Have you ever found yourself in a slow, difficult season and wished you could hit fast forward to get to the happy ending? Yesterday, we saw one of the highest points in Ruth's journey so far. She returned home with a massive haul of grain, her arms completely full, and for the first time in years, Naomi's hope was finally reawakened. But the sun goes down, people go to sleep, and the next morning they have to wake up again. The story did not end with that one beautiful, miraculous feast. Ruth had to tie up her sandals, step back out the door, and walk right back into those hot, dusty fields to perform the exact same grueling work all over again. The most critical preparation for our future happens in the unglamorous, repetitive days following mountaintop moments. Every great story has a mundane middle. It is the long stretch where the initial excitement wears off and the daily routine sets in. In chapter 2, verse 23 of the book of Ruth, there is absolutely no drama. There are no sudden miracles, no angels appearing, and zero major plot twists. The Bible includes this quiet verse to document the reality of the harvest. It honors the long stretches of time that exist between the highlights. The text tells us, "So she kept fast by the maidens of Boaz, to glean unto the end of barley harvest and of wheat harvest, and dwelt with her mother-in-law." Gleaning in the ancient Near East meant hours of stooping under a scorching sun, gathering leftover stalks by hand until your back ached from the physical exhaustion. This timeline shows that the barley and wheat harvests lasted several months. This was a season of sustained daily labor spanning a quarter of the year. When the barley harvest ended, the wheat harvest began immediately, requiring the exact same level of daily effort. True steadfastness is the grueling choice to show up and do the work, day after day, through changing seasons. Notice her specific loyalty in the text. She stayed close to the maidens of Boaz. She didn't wander into neighboring fields to see if the work was easier elsewhere. While her hands were gathering grain, her consistency was building her reputation. She was proving her character to every person in Bethlehem who saw her in the field. These months provided the necessary time for Ruth's presence to become a permanent fixture in the community before the next major narrative shift could occur. Remaining faithful in a season where nothing seems to change expands our character to match the weight of our future blessings. Think about the slow-moving areas in your own life right now. Maybe it's a career that feels stagnant, a slow-growing ministry, or a prayer that has gone unanswered for years. We live in a society that is fundamentally allergic to slowness. We spend our days constantly refreshing feeds and demanding immediate results. But the steady, deliberate pace of the biblical harvest exposes the anxiety of our modern habits. God grows things in agricultural seasons, and those seasons have fixed, unavoidable lengths. He does not operate on digital timelines. Rushing the process or leaving a season prematurely risks losing the very growth God is trying to produce in us. Identify one specific area in your life right now where God is simply asking you to stay planted and keep working. A long season of routine does not mean God has forgotten your labor. He sees every day you show up in the field. Soon, we will see what happens when the harvests finally end, and Naomi introduces a plan for true, lasting rest. But for now, the harvest is not yet over. The quiet, faithful work of today is securing the rest of tomorrow.